All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there. We got a full panel here tonight on RJ's Knives. We got, of course, our special guest Joe from Messer HQ. We have Tom from Knife Delights, Matt from Slip Joint Sawyer, Stephen from across the shuck at Patty's Potato Peelers, and John from Thrifty Kniffy. How you doing, guys?
I'm good.
Doing great,
Good.
mate. Thanks very much. Nice to be here. Nice to see Joe here.
Yes, we got lots of
Here,
really good
guys.
people here in our chat box. We got Mike Curtis and Twang Thing is there. Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Jeroen, Randy's WSG, El Phoenix. I don't know if I missed anybody. Checkmate is here. I don't know his full thing because it's way too long. It's like a call sign or something. Checkmate King 2. This is White Rook over. Very, very official and sounds like you're in Top Gun. We got Jess Milliken is here. We've got all kinds of people here. So fantastic. You guys are always welcome and we're glad you're here. Well, for today's starting topic, we thought we'd kind of do, it's almost like an open tag. We should make this an open tag. But to show one old and one new favorite of slip joints and modern knives and fixed blade knives. And who would like to go first? Anybody? Any takers?
Guests first.
Guests
Okay, I'll go
first?
first. I'll go first.
Okay, Joe.
All right, so what are we doing first? Slip joint or modern or fixed blade?
It's your choice. You can do any one of those that you'd
I'm
like to
doing
show.
both right now. I'm doing the old favorite and the new favorite.
Let's just start with old favorites, and we'll just do one knife at a time per person. We'll kind of stretch it out a little bit. We don't want to be done in 10 minutes.
All right, so I'm going to show one of my favorite GECs. It's a
Very
Collector
nice.
Knives exclusive. It's from 2016. It's my 85 bullet end jack. It's the easy open version. Natural canvas micarta. I got this one off Fort Worth Glock Guy. Some of you guys probably know him. And I really like this one because this one has a saber ground spear point blade. It's the only GEC that I have with a saber ground spear point blade. Has a really unique match strike pull on it.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen this match strike pull on this particular knife and maybe one other knife. I believe Mike Latham owns the die that made this particular match strike. And for this SFO, he allowed GEC to use it.
Wow.
It's got the corset shield. It just has all the bells and whistles. It's a Northfield knife. It's got the pinched and threaded bolsters, the easy open,
Beautiful.
the brass liners, everything pops. The action on it's great. It hasn't lost, anything throughout the years. I use it a lot. This thing has been completely black patina to borderline rust issues to being completely polished off and started over again a few times. Sharpen it often, strop it pretty much every time I use it. Just a great knife. I really enjoy it. It's currently the only 85 I have in my collection. I've had several in the past, but this one was always my favorite one, and it's the reason why I still have it.
It's beautiful.
I did that last year, Joe, where I had an old knife that was just gone black. Well, look, actually, I had quite a few that I used, and I cleaned them all off. And you see, the second I finished cleaning the last one off, I regretted it big time. They were sitting in front of me, and they just didn't look like my knives at all.
Yeah, but it's almost like a brand new knife. This micarta looks so dark and slick, but if I use just a little bit of dish soap and a brush in the sink, I can get it back to looking brand new. Yeah. Really light, almost chalky looking. It's really cool. So I like cleaning them off, because especially I have a lot of GECs, or I should say I have a lot of knives with carbon steel that I use. And if you keep the knives patinaed, like I do most of them, sometimes that patina can turn into rust issues if you haven't used that knife for a couple of months. You go back and pick it up, and you might have some trouble. So it's good to polish them off every now and then, especially if you're not using them very often.
Yep.
Yeah, and Tom is our resident polisher. He really goes through a lot of the knife restorations. He does a lot of that and does a really good job at that too. So
Mr. Case Paste.
Yep, case paste and a Dremel tool and some flits and some what is that, rubbing compound number 7 also.
I'm just the laziest cleaner and maintenance man you'll ever come across.
I am shocked. I'm about to fall out of my chair right now, Patty. I cannot believe the words coming out of your mouth.
I am so. No, I love having my knife sharp. That's all right. But as for sitting polishing them like Tom, I would go insane. Tom's knives are so beautiful. If you touched it with a finger, I would have a panic attack. Could you imagine getting into Tom's box and just doing that?
I don't want to go anywhere near Tom's box.
It would
Tom,
finish him.
Them fighting words, Patty.
be careful. He'll sick Junior on you.
The only thing I got to say to that, Patty, is, hey, everyone, make sure and hit the like button.
There
Hit that like button.
Oh, that's for sure. All right. Who'd like to go next to show a knife? Okay, well, then I guess I will. Break the ice. Joe went first, and I guess I'll go next. For my old slip joint, I mean, I had to get the 34 OT, the middleman. This old timer, like I said, was one of my first pocket knives that I carried every day. This is one that I bought off of eBay. It's a USA made. It has a forced patina on it, which is kind of cool because the back springs took on that nice patina also. Just a really sweet knife, and one of my favorite stockmen. You know, I have a lot of history with this knife because it's just one that I have carried and used a lot in my youth. So definitely something that I wanted to have a representation of that. This is a model that the main blade spring has, you know, seriously no snap at all to it. It just opens. It'll stay open, but then it just closes. Very, very soft, but still a very cool knife, and one that I enjoy having around.
It's a really cool knife. I have the same one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, when it's all closed up, that's such a small package. It fits so good in the pocket.
Absolutely. Yeah, it just drops right in there. Perfect.
Here you go. Since they're all shy.
I know. I'm like, what happened to my usual group of boisterous boys? You guys are all
I'm charging up a minute. I'm going to release all in one burst.
Do you need a Red Bull, Matt?
Oh God, if I've had a Red Bull, my heart would go crazy.
Oh, Red Bull. Oh, I thought somebody was going to kick him. This
I'm
knife
seeing you, Sir Paddy, in person. You better watch out.
This knife is it's not exactly old, but it's an older knife in my collection that I've done a bit of work on today, so it was the perfect choice to bring out tonight. This is Michael Duplessis, who's I'm sure I've not pronounced that right, but it's he's a South African maker, custom maker. This is in micarta, and there's a micarta black. God, I can't even think of the blooming word of it now. Shield. There's a black shield, but it's very hard to see on camera. There you are. You can sort of see it there. It has the most beautiful snub nose. I think this is like it reminds me of an old revolver, an old snub nose revolver. Just a beautiful knife, and really, really useful. You know, for these sort of tasks, you want to scrape something. I mean, I don't hard use this. It was, you know, too expensive to hard use. But it is a knife that I use and I carry. But I needed to do a repair on it. It had got blade wrap when I bought it, and I had then brought it out and give it a good thump down a couple of times before I realized, and I had actually bent the metal behind it. So I had to take a fair bit of metal off today to get it back to normal again. I was rushing before this show, but it's absolutely lovely now. It's just cutting beautifully, and I'll carry it much more now because I was always embarrassed in case somebody would have bumped into me and seen my knife. So it is beautiful now. Nice straight flat edge there. Pretty pleased with that one now. So yeah, that's a lovely knife. And because I've got my backside in gear and done something about it, it will get used much more, which is nice.
Well, since I have you up on the big screen, Casey from Knives Fast had a question, and we can ask the panel about it, but I think you actually have one. He was asking what everyone thought of the new Jack Wolf Pioneer.
Yeah, I can give you an honest answer. I think the knife and the pattern is absolutely smashing. It's what the set needed that we've got so far. I think it is an amazing work knife. The blade is lovely. It's different. The swedging on the blade itself on the top of the blade is lovely. It's just a bit different. The actual blade shape of the knife is very much that sodbuster working knife.
Right.
And because it's a thinner or a less deep blade, it's not as fine at the edge. I don't think it is. Just going on feel, I haven't measured it, but it feels as if it's a bit more sturdier, and it cuts through cardboard like a demon, an absolute demon. I haven't put it through any wood yet, but I want to do that before I do my review on it. The only thing I chose to go for that, the new
Ultim.
Material, what's it called? Help me.
Ultim.
I chose the Ultim. I'd never seen or held an Ultim knife, and I thought, well, let's be different. Everybody's giving it rave reviews. How can I put this politely? It's really not my cup of tea. Although I've warmed to it a little bit, I don't think it does. Then, for me, I don't think it actually does the knife any favors.
Do you want me to say it for you, Stephen?
No, because I genuinely don't mean it. A lot of people do like Ultim, but it's just not for. I think it's too modern for me. It's too glassy. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But the one thing I want to say, the knife itself is just fantastic. But that Ultim is pushing me to my limits of not wanting to say something bad.
For me, the Ultim makes it look cheaper than what it's worth.
Yeah, it doesn't do it any good.
It looks like the sort of the cellulose scales you get on an old pocket knife from like the 50s.
Yeah,
it just gives it a cheaper look.
Rather than being negative, now that's you, that's fine. But for me, because it's a knife that I've got to promote, I try to think of something positive about that Ultim. What would have made it really classy for me is if there had been a black outline of a wolf, on the handle, and it would have come through the handle. And to me, it would have given a better bit of class. That's what I would have done with it, I think. But yeah. It's the knife is a hit for me because it's a great working knife, and that Ultim, although it looks, it actually in hand, it's very comfortable.
Is that true? What Mikey said, Patty? Is Coal Power too modern for you?
Somebody hit the ban button, will you?
Not possible. Mikey's on my side. Sorry.
Is it true that Mikey might be your paid agent provocateur, Matt?
It could be. I'm not willing to deny it or
confirm.
I'm still on wood par.
the power of sail, wind and steam. Oh well, we can't go back to when Stephen was in Nelson's Navy. But we can continue on.
But while we're on the subject, Mikey, we're doing a giveaway tonight. You're not in it.
Oh, boy. Well, my thoughts on the Jack Wolf Sodbuster style knife, the Pioneer. I think it is a wonderful representation of the Sodbuster, like you said, Stephen. I think it's a fantastic knife. I said, except for the Javelina, which is one that really I liked a lot. I think I like this one just as much, but it's just a little too much. They're asking a little too much dinero for this old boy, so I'll just I'll look at it and I'll enjoy it. But yeah,
I accept that. I know there's an awful lot of people. I mean, half of my subs wouldn't spend that amount of money, but the other half that would. So you have to do both on your channel. And
right.
If I didn't like something, I would say I didn't like it. It's not. I have to say, Ben doesn't care. Not that he doesn't care. He never gave us any advice on how to market the knife, say anything about the knife. He just said, just review it. And that's it. That's his
That's
only
the best
word.
thing about
And
him,
he
though,
has
is he just lets you say
never
what you want
changed.
about it.
And he comes on the channel once a month and he not defends, but he'll back up what he thinks.
Right.
So
That's what one of the best. That's how all companies should be, really.
Yeah.
He's willing to talk to you about it, and he's just said, "I don't want you to give fake reviews. So tell me exactly what you think."
yeah,
I think that's fair, but I mean, at the same time, I always have understood what he was selling a collector's knife. He was selling a collectible. He wasn't necessarily selling a work knife, so he.
I would disagree again. I know so many people now through this here that have got their Jack Wolfs that are using them on a daily basis. And I mean an awful lot of people who are using them on a daily basis, not just a few. And I myself use them. They are now, again, I'm not paying for them, so I have to take that back. But I've got plenty of other knives at that price that I maybe, don't use as much. I use them because they're amazing slicers. And most of my cutting tasks is slicing, and they're perfect at it.
Right. Well,
I think John's knocking at your door, RJ.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Yeah. When we have this many people,
It's hard to see.
It's basically I can see the first 5, and then everybody else is below the cutoff on the screen. So yeah, it's hard.
Can I ask the question to the panel?
Sure.
Since I was put in the spot, I'm going to put you all in the spot. What's the most you would pay for a knife?
How would you put on the spot?
Depends on the knife.
Yeah, how much would you spend on a knife that you really liked?
What did I miss?
I
When was he put on
can
the
tell
spot?
you what I spent on my most expensive knife.
He wasn't really put on the spot, John.
No.
We were just asking about Jack Wolf knives, the new Pioneer. Steven's really the only one that has one in hand.
He doesn't like the Ultim, does he?
He does not like the Ultim. No.
Well, it's not.
Well, it's. I'm not saying that you don't like it, but you said you would.
I could see ways that it could have been easily improved.
Right. Okay, here it is. Let's bring you a solo.
It's not a bad color. It's not that it's a bad color, and you don't see anything that's going to put you off through the knife. But I honestly believe if you had a black wolf in here, the wolf head, sort of howling or something, that would have made it special.
Like the knives down at the beach.
And maybe you can ask me this, because I don't really know anything about Jack Wolf knives. Are they so expensive? Are they limited? Do they only make 100 of each one or something, or are there lots?
No, they make more than that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's quite a few. It's usually it started off, there was about 300 per different scale. So you had 6 of them or 5 of them, 300 pieces. But as time's gone by, it's gone up a bit. They're selling more, so certain knives go up a bit. So yeah, it's just a flipping good sodbuster though. But it is.
Yeah, I was telling the guys before we went live here, I got to handle my first Jack Wolf knives in Hamburg at the Knife Lounge, and I can't say anything bad about it. I mean, it was technically perfect. I mean, there wasn't a gap to be found. It was the swayback one. The action was great. Everything was great. It was expensive, and I just had to think there was a lot of other things I wanted to spend that money on.
Yeah.
But as far as the knife goes, it probably justified. The price is justified.
Way back with a wooden handle, which was his first wood, and it's a lovely rosewood, really beautiful rosewood, and that swayback. But it's only a slight swayback. I'm not a great lover of a big deep swayback. This is just about perfect, and the rosewood on it is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's funny, I was watching a program on TV last night about rosewood and about the indigenous people who go out and hunt for the rosewood trees. There's very few, there isn't a lot of rosewood left in the world. It's now got to a critical stage. But it was the locals who lived in wee villages would come in and go through the forest hunting for a rosewood tree and then have to cut it with a wee axe head about this big and cut it down, and it's a solid tree. And they would spend hours upon hours chopping away at this to try and get it down, to chop it up, to bring it back to camp to sell it. So, I mean, rosewood is not, I think it's going to be, well, I think it already is now, not being used really by a lot of manufacturers unless they have it.
Well, to go back to the question of
Oh, yes, how much?
end dollars that you'd spend on a knife, I'm personally, myself, I start to get where I back off if stuff starts to get up to right around $100, you know. And am I cheap? Yeah, but you know, I'm also on a budget too. I don't have, I don't know. I can't see spending $300 or $400 on a knife in my situation that I'm in now, because that just seems like an awful lot for something. And if I did buy something, like I said, when I did that review of the Benchmade Narrows through the Pass Around group, I mean, Benchmade is asking $580 for that knife. Yeah. Do I think it's worth it? No, I don't. And if I did buy something like that, I wouldn't use it because, I mean, who wants to mess up your $600 knife? You know, so, you know, but I'll do, you know, but I mean, it's always that argument. Is it better to buy, you know, 3 or 4 knives that are, you know, in the $30 to $50 range, or is it better to buy one knife for $150? You know, and I kind of balance that out with the fact that I'm not really, you know, trying to build a collection of a certain type of knife, you know, where people will go and find knives that they need for their collection that cost that much. But I am running a YouTube channel, and so variety is the spice of life. And, you know, so it's better for me to buy 3 or 4, you know, knives at you know, $30 to $50 than to spend $150 on one, you know, because it's 4 videos versus 1 video, you know. Yeah. But that's kind of my thought process on it. But I don't know how you guys are. I mean, I know people spend whatever they can spend, and I have nothing against it. If you can afford more expensive knives, you know, go for it. You know, you just you have to do what's right for you and your budget.
That's the main thing, isn't it? Just stick with what you're able to do. Don't go overspending and get stuck in that, oh, I need to have the next latest and greatest when it's not your budget.
Right.
Exactly. You know, I agree with that absolutely entirely, and that's why I started my channel, was on budget knives, and gradually built up over time as I got a bit more money available. Then, you know, now I'm quick. I can buy a decent knife when I want to. I can save up, or I can trade to get a different knife, which I'm doing more and more now, which I just love doing. I'm getting more buzz out of trading for something than actually having to shell out the cash for it, which is fantastic. But that takes a while to build up a collection to do that.
It does.
So, but yeah, I can understand. You never go over your budget, no matter who you are. That's just silliness, you know. That leads to trouble.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Sorry, Tom. I interrupted your public service.
No, that's fine. I'm patient, Patty. I just noticed it says RJ's Lives number 52. What does that mean, RJ?
It means that we've actually been doing this show for 52 weeks, not consecutively, but this is the 52nd show because we did take off for Easter and for Christmas. But yes, this is a special episode. So thank you guys for all being part of that. And thank you guys in the chat box for coming back every week and wanting to be participating with the show and on the show and everything. That's awesome. Yeah. Gary says he wishes he had a budget now.
That's where it starts. That's how it starts.
You see, my only thing is with that there, I think an awful lot of people, like myself, when you come into YouTube, you feel as if you have to do, you know, so many videos per week, and you have to have a new knife to do them videos. Whereas the more years I've done it, the more I realize you don't have to have all these new knives for every video. That's what you're made to believe that you should have to run the channel, because so many people do it. They just fire 7 knives a week out. I couldn't afford that. Now, never mind then.
Yeah.
So, I mean, sometimes if you've got to make sure that, all right, you might be buying budget, but if you're buying 5 budget, that's equal to 1 good one. So to me, sometimes slowing down and looking back at older knives, maybe doing, you know, sharpening videos, splitting up that habit of having to have a new knife for every video, and I've done that for the last year, and it's made such a difference.
I'm sure glad I turned it down because Mrs. Knife Delights was just outside the door here. I didn't want to hear what Patty just said. You've got to have new knives.
But what do you feel about that? I mean, you know, there is it seems to be now you have to have 7 new knives a week to keep up with what's coming out of the Chinese factories. They're just plowing them out every week, and you get the same people doing the same knives, and it's just, to me, it's sort of being a bit more selective is definitely better for your health.
Yeah. Okay, Tom.
Quick comment alert here. El Phoenix just gifted one RJ's Knives membership, and Slip Joint Sawyer was a recipient.
Hey, welcome to the regiment, Slippy.
It's all downhill now, RJ.
Welcome to downhill.
We'll send the regimental sergeant major over to your flat to straighten you out.
Once he gets in, he makes people buy knives. Completely against what I've just said.
Buy more knives.
I just chime in here for a minute, RJ, and I kind of think along the way you do, as far as I instead of just buying one real expensive knife, instead of buying several that are less expensive, I go with the less expensive route. I do shop the antique stores a lot and get a lot of knives that way. The most I've spent for a knife is $250, and that is that Buck 500 Duke with the sandbar stag covers. But that was definitely just a collector's knife to be put away. So I didn't buy it as an investment, but I can tell you it's already went up in value. So,
yeah,
you know, it was one of those limited edition type things. Now, I don't do a lot of that. Every now and then I do get a knife, something like that. But when I'm trying to collect as many buck knives, as many different models of buck knives as I can't afford to spend a whole lot on just one. I would love to get some custom 110s or 112s or something like that, but it's just not in the cards right now.
Yeah, and I look at it that those things will all come in time.
Yep.
You know, right? That's it. I may not have it today, but in the future it will be here. You know, because things will change and it won't be. There you go. Zen says the more he pays for a knife, the less he spends. That's true. The inverse is true. Also, you spend on other stuff, and that's less money for your knife budget.
What about you, Joe? Have you started buying again, or are you still on the not buying?
I still buy, but my purchases now, I mean, I kind of went through the whole, you know, YouTube thing. I needed a new knife every week for a video, to having this gigantic collection that I didn't know what to do with. To now, you know, I'm kind of sitting here looking at all these cheap knives that I have, and I'm thinking, why do I still have them? I never use them. They sit in a drawer. You know, I have like the pieces that I really love in my main collection, and then I have the other. And I have a lot of other. And so I would say, you know, it makes more sense to really, you know, pick a knife that you really like and, you know, go after that. I spend less money too buying knives, but I buy a lot more expensive knives just because I buy them a lot less frequently. You know, some people buy, you know, I don't know, 10 Rough Riders a month. You know, I go 2 or 3 months without buying a single knife, but then I might spend $400 or $500 on one knife. So it's a different approach. But for me, I look at it more now. My collection is more, you know, what I'm going to carry on into the future and what I'm going to leave kind of behind. And right now it's kind of, I don't know, I'm looking for only grails pretty much in my collection. And if it's not a grail, if it doesn't give me that, you know, tingly feeling, it's got to go away. Yeah. I think everybody gets to that point. You know, I've bought a lot less knives this year than I did last year. And I think that's part of it. Like what you're saying, you know, you're more selective on what you're getting. It just, like I said, we all go through phases. You know, everyone's as your collection changes, as your YouTube career changes, as everything happens. You know, you're going to have that growth. That's for sure.
And I think we have to say as well, there is no right or wrong way. I'm not condemning one over another. There's just different ways of doing it. And I can only speak about what I'm doing with mine. So
Right.
I mean, there is no right or wrong way. We can't dictate. It's our money. We spend it however we
Yeah,
want.
I mean, and there was a time when I wanted, experience and handle in my hand like every traditional knife pattern. If I saw something that I've never had before, I would buy it. And then I just got to the point where, why? I don't need this. I found the patterns that I really like that I keep on going back to, and I just started hunting them more and leaving all the riffraff behind. You'll never be able to get every single knife pattern ever invented. It's impossible. Well, I'm not going to say it's impossible, but it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Unless you're running a museum.
After 3 or 4 years, I had boxes full of knives that I hadn't used in 2 or 3 years, hadn't even looked at. And I just sold them all off in bundles. Now, I didn't get anywhere near what I paid for them, but it let me buy some more expensive knives for the channel. And, that's when I started trading.
Then all of a sudden you have a big chunk of change for more knives.
But trading, I'm so enjoying. Trading is just really excites me. What about you, Slippy? What are you?
What am I?
Yeah, what's your ceiling? Well, not ceiling, but what?
I don't really know. I've gone to the point of I've done the buying everything that I want or thought I should have, and then I've gone back to being pretty much like RJ. Really, I've not bought as much this year as I did last year, even though that's crazy to think because I bought a hell of a lot this year. It's nowhere near what I bought in previous years, but it's the same sort of thing. Unless it's a Swiss Army knife, I really think, do I need it? Yes or no? But if it's a Swiss Army knife, I don't even think I just buy it. But that's my problem.
I'm going to get Joe to show you a couple of Swiss Army knives that you're going to want.
Is it the ones he showed earlier? Yeah.
He'll send you the address. Don't worry.
We can talk.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
I think it goes back to for
Mike's
me,
been saving up for what he collects.
The early phases of your collecting, you start exploring more. You're more open to trying a lot of different things, and then you understand what you like more, and then it narrows the process because you know what you want. You can be more selective. You know when something comes out that immediately you want to get hold of, or you want to save for certain particular knife that you know is going to be coming out. Like for example, some of those Case Barlows are going to be coming out. I'm holding back money for that. I know they're going to be hard to get hold of. Everybody's going to want some of those, and so for me, it's been narrowed simply by the taste in my collection changing to be more specific to what I know I like.
Collect what you like rather than the mass of everything.
Yeah, not only that, but like when I was collecting the sow bellies in the early phases, I obviously had a lot more to try to acquire, and now that I've pretty much gotten all the ones that are available, that part of the collection, that selective collection, is been limited to what I can find now. So for this year, I think now we only got two or three that I've acquired for that collection, whereas years prior might have been 15, 20, 30 knives, So that's been limited. But I think the biggest thing for me is just, you in the early going, there's a lot more, well, like Slippy was saying, there's like a lot of ones you want that you get. And then once you've gotten those, now you're left to find something that's maybe really rare that you've been looking for, that's hard to get a hold of, or that you're waiting for new releases. And to me, that's been kind of a nice change because now I'm allowed to space it out a little more, not have to spend as much all at once.
And it's not just constant purchasing. You've got what you like, what you like, and you can spend the money you have on.
Yeah, but as far as like trying to buy
everything,
as far as trying to buy for the channel, like 7 a week or whatever, I've never tried to do that. If I have to talk about a knife multiple times to make content and that becomes like a repetitive thing, then I'll just wait till I have something new. I'm not going to try to make a video just to fill a void, So I hope all my knives or all my videos are entertaining with something, fresh and new. But I'm not going to just make a video to have a video if I've already made one of that particular knife. So I try not to let that dictate what I buy too much, and try to be free to get the things that I enjoy. Because I know if I enjoyed it and I'm the one that bought it, that's probably part of the reason why I'm not huge into trying to get knives from companies when they send me notice to try to do a review or whatever. I'm going to be a lot more passionate about a knife that I bought that I really wanted than I would about a knife that was just for me to take a look at. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know a lot of people do that. But for me, the fun is more in doing a review of a knife that I really was, looking forward to buying or looking forward to purchasing. So
I agree.
Yeah, I just think it makes for better content that way. But
you can tell the passion in your voice more.
Yeah,
things like that. Some of the knives I've had sent to the channel to review, I feel myself as kind of being like, I feel like I have to review this. I'm not like the biggest fan of it or sort of thing. But yeah, I do agree with like the buying your knives yourself sort of thing. It does, especially if it's something you've been looking forward to or a release that's coming up. You've been waiting for it for a while. It's just a nice feeling. You get it and you can put all your sort of heart and soul into the review to to give people what they want to watch.
You're very diligent, you boys.
So you had a comment alert?
Talk about them. If I like them, you'll tell. If I don't, you'll tell.
Yeah. So then I see your comment. I would love to, but the baby's sleeping in the other room, and I can't go in at the moment.
Oh, there you go. Tom, you had a comment alert? You're muted, though. Tommy, you're muted.
Tommy's muted.
Tommy the mute.
You're muted. Tom.
Mike Curtis gave a $5 super chat.
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
I've been saving up for what I collect.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, you've just bought RJ.
Exactly. The chat box is catching up, telling you you're muted, Tom.
Little head up, Tom. You see a little mic beside your name there? That lets you know you're muted.
He can't hear you. He's muted.
Tom.
Oh my. All right. Well, since we are at 52 weeks, 1 year, I thought it'd be a good time to do another giveaway. What do you guys think in the chat room? You ready for a giveaway?
Yep.
Surely. You need some help with that?
I will need some help with that. We're going to be doing like we always do. We'll do the numbers game.
Okay. Let me get a pen and pad ready.
Yeah, so you can be the official number giver there, John.
All right. Just select somebody.
Phoenix, will you wait a minute? Don't listen to Al Phoenix. Everyone stop putting numbers in.
Yeah. We
don't bother.
We haven't given a range yet. Who's not to bother?
Mikey. Anything with a Mikey in it is not getting anything.
What would you like?
Is guessing 37. That's awesome.
Yeah. What would you like said range to be, RJ?
That's a good question. Wow, that's surprising. We've actually lost a couple of people in the chat.
Yeah, they're called Mikey.
Wow. Okay, well, let's go over the rules real quick before we give a range. So what this is, we're going to do a couple of giveaways. We're going to have U.S. and international giveaways. So this one will be U.S. only, U.S. addresses only. If you're international, if you have a U.S. address, that's fine. So we're going to do one guess only. We're going to do Price is Right rules, closest without going over. And if we have a tie, then we'll have a runoff between those two. Okay, or three, or however many. Let's see. For a range, let's go between 400 and 500, or actually, no, let's go 400 to 600. That's better. 400 to 600. We'll give you a $200, 200 number range. There you go. 400 to 600 is the range. And we'll go ahead and start that now. Oh, you want to know what you're playing for? Let me show you real quick. What you are playing for is an Uncle Henry 5 UH. So this is a lockback version, 7CR steel. This is my own personal one, but I have one in the box, unopened, and it's ready to go to somebody's home. Nice little pocket dropper, great little fifth pocket knife.
And what does Jersey call those? A brun?
The Brun, yeah.
The brun.
The Brun.
Isn't that Stagalon Brun?
Yeah.
Stagalon brun.
Yeah. So if you need a Stagalon Brun in your life, this might be the time to jump in. Also, if you are international and you want to play for someone in the U.S., we allow that too. So that's something. If you're not in the U.S., you can definitely play for somebody. So that'll work too.
Okay, so this first one's U.S. address only, right?
U.S. address only. Yeah.
One guess and one guess only, unless you're proxy bidding for someone else, and you can do one of those.
Exactly. You need to go a little higher there, Richter.
Yeah, you're a little lower,
Range.
son.
Range against 400 to 600.
Yep, 400 to 600.
There you go. Which John are you proxy bidding for, El Phoenix?
Okay. We getting any more guesses rolling in?
A couple.
Yep, definitely do that.
Did you put a start up, RJ? somewhere?
I did.
Oh,
yeah, Matt.
okay. I see Slippy did it. Okay.
Matt was on top of it. That's for sure. And thank you, Matt, for that.
All right.
It takes a whole team to do these things.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, it helps when each of us have only got a sixth of a brain each, so we make up a whole brain together.
Yeah, pretty much.
You want
What's our total number in here?
Right now we got 44.
44. Nice.
44 people. Mikey Newman missed the question. Okay.
44.
Hey!
Range is 400 to 600. Mikey, take a guess.
Yeah.
US only.
U.S. only.
All right. Anybody else? Okay, let's go ahead and throw up a stop button there, Slippy, if you would. And what was the
Number was
number?
571.
571.
Okay, hang on. Give
Did
me
we-
about 15. Give me 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we have anybody that was close to 571? I see Mikey Newman with a 555.
Singing Toad, 571 for Georgia Adventurer.
Is that right?
Georgia
That's
Adventure,
correct.
huh? All right.
Just looking for any more. There is no more with that number. Bang on the money.
There you go.
Toad 1 for Georgia, huh? Okay.
Okay, I will have to get. I think I have Georgia Adventures address, but I'm not sure. I'll see if one of us has it. If not, I'll reach out to him. So definitely get this to him. did you want to do the international one next, Patty?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. This is for European. It's not international. I can't afford New Zealand, but I can
Okay.
afford Europe. Anywhere in Europe, you can get this knife. It's going to come in this nice magnetic sheath, brand new, never been used. And what it is, it's just a very simple camp knife from Rough Rider. It's like new. I've no box for it, but it will come in this lovely slip to make up for it. So there you
In a
go.
ship?
This is for
Wow.
anywhere in Europe.
That's a heck of a prize if it comes in a ship.
So
What's the
there you go.
range, Steve?
And the range is 0 to 50.
0 to 50. And we're a
And
go.
You can go over or under on this one.
Over or under? Okay.
Just the
Over or
nearest
under?
bit.
Did you want me to guess a number, Pat, or do you have it?
Oh, no, I don't do guessing. No.
Okay.
I'd get it wrong. I'd get it
I mean,
wrong.
not guess a number, but
75
select
or
the
something.
number. Select
Yeah,
the winning number.
you can select the winning number, John.
All right.
That,
there we go.
that works.
Thanks, RJ. You saved me there. And that's just a thank you for RJ for having us Europeans on his show, which I really do appreciate and I enjoy every single week. So thank you, RJ.
You're welcome. I enjoy having you. I enjoy having the European audience. I really enjoy getting the European, I guess, knife experience and knife collectors and stuff over there. Besides which, you guys enjoy slip joint knives as much as I do. So that always
Mine
makes
worked out well too. Was it 10:30 in the morning there or something? 10 or 11 something?
it's 11:17 Pacific time in the AM.
8:17 at night here.
Yeah, so it works out pretty good.
So you're an hour later than.
Could
Yeah.
be just more later than Steven.
Yeah, Europe's usually on the wrong time.
What are the US doing then? They're way wrong.
Oh,
Yeah,
They're
Well,
waiting for the next ship to land.
I did see a shirt for sale that had George Washington with a pair of sunglasses on that said, "It's only treason if you lose."
It'll not be long. We'll all be speaking Chinese over there. It'll be the second language.
Oh no, Paddy's
Cancelled.
offending people again.
all right. See you later.
Cancelled.
Get back, Trump.
Oh. That's so funny. Okay,
Right, I think we're about ready to throw up a stop, is it? That's dangerous, John. You know what'll happen.
I know. Phil comes out when I bring him in.
Yeah, put a stop in there, Slippy.
Don't trigger Phil.
Trigger.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so John, what was your number?
Number was 24.
24. Okay.
Okay, let's go
So
back.
we have a 27. Oh, Mikey Newman, 24.
Oh, my goodness.
Mikey, good job, Mikey.
Yeah, well done, Mikey.
Oh, that's
that's-
hilarious.
I've never been so happy in my life.
Oh,
Well
it's
done,
no wonder
Mikey.
it's a sanitarium.
Oh, that's excellent.
I believe that's called karma.
Yeah,
Oh,
or it
that
gets
is
lost in the
fantastic.
post.
Well, it's up to you to mail it, Patty. What he gets in the box is completely in your
If
charge.
you just DM me on Instagram, and I'll certainly send it to you with love and pleasure.
I don't think he has Instagram.
Well, he'll not get it in. Or I can give you my email address, which is
Well,
SG.
You
Can you
could get a
put
hold of him
that?
through the Discord because
Yeah,
Mike is part of the
I-
Discord.
You can always pass it to me on the Discord, and I'll pass it on to you, Stephen. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
You're
Bloody
on Discord
I can't
about
work that.
once a month.
Matt
I
can
can't work the bloody Discord. It does my head in.
Oh,
Matt can be your translator, your technical translator.
Yeah.
He'll
10011010101.
Congratulations, Mikey. I'm really glad it's going to you. You're a nice fella.
Yeah, congrats to the winners.
Yeah, and be careful there, Matt, because there's only two kinds of people that understand binary.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, congratulations on a year of the live there, RJ.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank
Been
you.
a good fun year.
And Tom, did you say you had something to?
I
join
do. I do.
Okay.
Actually, it's not me. I just happen to be in possession of it right now. CB Tactical sent me a whole bunch of knives, and I know that he would be proud to be able to support you, RJ, in this achievement. And this is one of the knives he sent me. It is a Smith & Wesson Executive Barlow. So this is to be given away. So whoever wins this is for U.S. only, or a U.S. address, over 18. Whoever wins this will have to send an email to knifedelights@gmail.com, because I'll mail it directly to you and save on postage. No need to mail it twice. So
Yeah, I'm sending mine over to RJ as well. He can send it to Mikey.
there you go. So anyway, Matt, if you want to
thanks.
go ahead and
Thanks, Bill.
give a
What's
A
the
start?
range there? What's the range, Tom?
What's the range?
1 to 50. So John, if you can come up with a number, and Matt, did you start it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
And Mikey says he's messaging you now, Patty. So he must have signed up for Instagram. It must not have been too high a barrier.
Yeah, I'll see it sometime this week, Mikey.
He's not lying, Mikey. He's awful at replying.
Yeah, you just added another 2 day on the Mikey's delivery.
Oh no, he's terrible at reading messages. Oh. Just give it to him at Sharp Show, Stephen. Why bother?
Yeah, there you go.
Get the Sharp Show.
7th.
Oh gosh, it's getting close now.
It's 3 weeks.
21 sleeps.
Wow. I'm excited.
Yeah.
That means I get to troll Stephen and Judd in person. I'm really excited.
I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, one goes for the top, the other one goes for the legs. Be
I was
careful.
gonna say we Judd
mean
will
the
probably have a
ankles.
straight
You
shot
got
at
that
your
tall.
shins.
You have to remember, you're coming over on a plane. You can't bring knives. I can.
Hey, I can bring 18 stone of love.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
Mm.
And there is such a thing as a bad elf.
Yeah.
Ankle biter.
For sure.
Or higher.
Yeah. Pet name is Chihuahua.
You better have to climb then.
Have we given enough time?
We have any more guesses coming in?
I'm putting a stop up. They've got a couple of seconds.
Okay.
And it's up.
Okay, stop.
And a stop.
And the winning number is
19.
Sharp
19.
Guy ATX has got 16. 23 for 1 minute knife reviews. 21 for JO Ventures.
that's pretty close.
Are we doing above or just below? Does it not
I
matter?
guess I didn't specify, so we'll have to go above and below. I forgot to specify, so
Looks like JO Ventures.
There
he
you
would
go.
be 2 away.
Jo never
Yeah.
ventures outdoors.
All right, John, I've got your address.
Nice.
Yep, that's correct. It's
There we
JO
go.
Ventures.
Okay,
If I'm wrong,
congratulations,
blame
John.
Stephen.
Congratulations.
Hang on. Someone's saying there's a 17 as well.
Uh-oh.
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 Might have to have
Controversy.
a yep.
Dwayne Letterman
Oh,
said
yeah.
they're saying he had 17. So
So it's a tie then.
Oh,
We need a
know,
tiebreaker.
Matt and math. It's only one
So-
letter off, but boy, he's further off than that when it comes to knowing it.
so we have John and who?
Dwayne Letterman.
Dwayne
Dwayne
Letterman.
Leatherman.
Both off by 2. So, okay, this one is going to be pick a number between 1 and 20 without going over it. Cannot go over it.
All right.
Price is Right rules. Between 1 and 20.
All right, go ahead, guys. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and submit your guesses.
What was the range again, Tom? Just make sure I got it right.
1 and 20
1 and 20.
without going over.
Without going over.
Okay, Dwayne's got 10. Oh, 11. That's
That's
slight.
brutal. That's brutal.
That's Price is Right, right there.
The
16.
number is 16.
So, John,
JO Ventures.
there you go. Congrats, John. Good try there, Dwayne. Thanks for everyone for participating. And congratulations to RJ for 52 episodes now of RJ's Live. Thank you, RJ, so much for letting me participate in all of your lives the way you have.
Oh, you're very welcome, Tom.
Yeah, and
Wouldn't
for
be the
putting out
same without
my
you.
British personality for a good 6 months.
Yeah, it's always been fun, Matt. I always look forward to seeing you guys every week. What are you talking about? It wouldn't be the same without y'all. We
Well,
have
at
a
least,
great
at
show.
least you've got some that you're going to keep. That's the nice thing about it.
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of the riffraff.
That's for sure, Patty. You're the rock. We're anchored to you.
Is that literal or metaphorical?
No, he's 18 rocks, remember?
That's right. He's 18 stone of love.
That's it. Big Mama.
Absolutely. What is it? If the caravans are rocking, don't come a knocking. Is that
Yeah.
that's the
About a dozen of those are his head alone.
Oh,
If the caravan's rocking now, it could
Thank
be
you,
true because
Patrick.
I've moved out.
yeah, we're glad that you have the time to come hang out with us too, Patrick. That's awesome. Yeah, the ZZ Top of the knife world. Yeah, we could be. We just need to get some instruments.
It's getting close where I can get a wooden bead into it now. It's getting very
Oh, wonderful.
close. Lovely wooden bead. Or
Is that
multiple,
what we're
maybe.
shooting for? Hey, let's just have a race, Stephen. First one to be able to braid it is the winner.
Okay.
Which hair are we talking about? Because I think I might win.
This here.
The chin hair. So it's
Oh,
between
definitely not.
John and Patty, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Oh, he's
I
almost there.
figure by Christmas,
yeah.
the bearded Santa with the braided hair. The
I'm
beaded
going to
beard
this
Santa.
alien look. I'm going to hang corks off it.
Yeah.
Big up Australia.
And the fuses in the hair, let them burn.
And if South Africa let us win the World Cup, I'll even go, what do you call them? Cornrows.
Oh yeah, right.
Nice.
I hope you all watched Ireland playing yesterday.
We don't have that here.
Yeah, top of my list. Didn't get to it.
First two matches were amazing. Lesser teams, but you still have to beat them. And we done it with panache.
Good job.
Yeah.
Who did you play this week?
I've forgotten now. They're out.
Smashed
We
him.
played Romania the first week, and we played. who
Was
the
it South
hell-
Africa this week?
South Africa's next week, next Saturday.
All right.
Next Saturday night, 7:30. I can't remember who we played yesterday. Oh yes, Tonga.
Okay.
Tonga
All right.
have a very good rugby team, by the way. They are
Yeah.
massive. But Ireland really did give them a going over yesterday.
There you go. Singing Toad says you'll hear old folks talk about when we landed on the moon. Patty remembers when they discovered it.
Ah,
I need one of them things where I can block people.
Yeah, you just close your eyes, Stephen, and that sorts it.
Correct. Can I open them?
Oh my goodness.
jeez.
Can
You
anybody
guys.
hear my fan in the background here?
No.
Hear
Okay.
you what?
Brilliant, because I ordered one of those silent fans, and it's not quite silent, but it is very, very quiet, and it's blowing lovely fresh air at me.
Nice.
It's more
Thought
for
it
when
was something
Judd's here. Judd doesn't wash much.
Oh, that's grim.
Clip here.
I don't know if I don't even know if I want to pursue this line of discussion.
Well, look, he's only given me one text since he's been away. One flipping text. He's been away 3 days. Does he not know I'm sitting up every night waiting for him to get home?
Well, what do you think he took the vacation for? Get away from
All right,
you.
we'll see you, Casey. But you know the thing about Judd sending you only one text is he figured that was probably all you could handle while he was
That-
gone. If he
that's
sent you a
true,
text
yeah.
every day,
Yeah, he's probably
You
not
wouldn't
replied
answer
to it yet.
he figured he had a good chance just to send one message, and that was it.
You don't
Plus-
always have to reply.
Plus, he did spend an afternoon in the woods with you, and we all know how that goes.
Yeah.
Men
We'll
of a
see you,
better man
Tony's
to go
ponies.
abroad.
Yeah.
The Portuguese will love him.
So, does anybody have a knife?
Yeah.
This is a knife show after all. Are you ready, John?
Can you repeat the topic? No, I'm just trying to make sure I got it straight in my head here.
Okay. So we are looking at an old favorite and a new favorite, a slip joint, a modern folder, and a fixed blade.
Well, let me start with the modern folder. How about that?
That's fine. Is this the old one or the new one that's your favorite?
This is a new one.
This is a new
Newly
one. Okay.
acquired. Newly acquired. Probably not the newest knife in the world.
Is this Blurple?
This is Blurple, referred to as Blurple for the blue purple handle. And it's my Spyderco PM3. And see how I'm looking through the hole there?
Nice.
Wow, that's really an advanced move. Does Tom know how to do
That's
that?
that's a knife Tom needs, so he doesn't have to look through his hands.
Right. The advantage of the Spyderco for, see there? That advanced technology. But yeah, I'm really digging this one. Compression lock in the left handy, people say that that's not a good combination, but I don't have any trouble with it. They say they drop them or whatever, but I don't know. Just be careful. But they make the left-handed versions, but I still prefer just to keep the right.
Would
Yeah.
you not get one of those little plastic things that glues onto the compression lock, which would be much easier?
Yeah, you probably could. You probably could. I'm not, I don't usually just glue tacky things to my knives, but that would work.
There's a man feeding his family on them.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's doing a poor job.
Let him email me and curse me, I'm sure.
There's a
And
long
for
list.
anyone
There's a long
keeping-
way. John.
For anyone keeping score out there, last week John had his Superman shirt on, and today it's his Batman shirt. So
Yes.
sweet.
I'm more of a Batman fan, if I'm honest. But yeah, there you go. So there's my modern. And my favorite slip joint is the one that Slippery got me. This is the Ashley Harrison custom, the Burlwood Easy Open Barlow, I call it.
Yeah.
And you've got the wonderful Easy Open slot there, custom made. Oh,
Wow, it opened so hard it froze
only
him.
one
That's some pull.
ever sent to the United States, probably. I'm not saying serious pull on that one. But,
Yeah.
there we go.
He did a great job with those
Well,
knives.
Thanks again, Mr. Matthew.
Welcome.
And,
I
really-
just done a review on the stag handle one that I got done, and it's lovely looking back at them because they're so beautifully made.
The
Absolutely.
Senator.
Yeah, Jero, and it clicked back in time. And hey, Grugs,
yeah.
I see that you're here. Fantastic. All right, who is next to throw a knife?
You?
Up? Matt, have you shown us a knife yet?
No, I haven't. I'm still here.
I was going to
Would
say,
would you like to see my first ever favorite slip joint?
for sure.
Yeah, it's a Victorinox.
I'm surprised.
But it actually is the first one. I got bought this by my father for my 20th birthday. And this, before I was really into knives, so this had about 10 years of carry before I bought another knife.
Nice.
It's had a lot of use. The scales are cracked. It's been dropped more times than I can remember. There's a big old crack at the top here.
Yeah.
The pen blade's been chewed to death. But no, it's a climber, standard sort of tools on the back as well. I had to put a big pin in there because I can never get them out when there's small pins. But it's just an all-round great knife. I carried it for a lot of years, and it's got a special place in the collection. It's one of those ones that I don't really use anymore. It just sort of, it's a memory to me now more than a knife.
Right. Yeah.
But that's my favorite, sort of my old favorite slip joint.
I get
I
that.
have
Totally.
I have a new favorite fixed blade if you'd like to see.
Of course.
It's probably one of the only fixed blades I own. Probably seen it before, but it's the Twisted Gambler.
Yeah.
Nice.
This one gets quite a lot of use as well. See, the blade's a bit dirty because they're not brilliant. Very nice knife. Believe it's 14C28N.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Came razor sharp. Really nice for sort of. I know you can't carry it in the UK, but it's a nice size. But if you're going bushcrafting or you're going camping to take with you, small enough that you can sort of put it in your backpack, and it comes with like a little Kydex style sheath that locks in there nice. No wiggle or anything. Really great little knife, that one.
Very nice. Okay. And who's next?
Hey, everyone remember to hit that like button.
Hey, Cheeto. I see you're here. Okay, so like I said, who's next? Anybody? Anybody? Any takers?
You want more? You want more? You want more?
We want more.
We always want more.
I can go back to me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hold on just a second. I just
John's
pulled
going.
up.
Sorry, I'll go after John.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we got the everyday carry. The D2 Old Timer Brewing.
Are you
This
sure
is
it's a
the
Bruin? Not a
The
Brun?
brand.
Yeah, brewing like a bear, if you've ever heard of that. There's such a thing. And also the Baylor mascot here in Texas, out of Waco. But got the D2 steel on this sucker.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful drop point blade. Love that blade shape. Very, very, very versatile. Does just about anything you need. Full cuts, reverse cuts, slice cuts, pokey cuts, penetrates, slices. Does it all.
Wow.
What? You're going to laugh at penetrates? Would you like me to say that again so you can giggle
Yes,
some more, whoever that
I
was?
would. You're a child, John. We both know that I'm a child.
That's fine. I'm a 12-year-old too. But then more to the modern carry recently has been this guy, this Real Steel RV5. Got the removable covers, just the one screw design. You can take them on and off really quickly. This particular one is the drop point design. Take a look at that. The 1/3 half stop. If that makes any sense. Drop point design. Nice long pull there. What kind of blade steel you get on this one, Slippy?
M690.
M690.
They did a great
So-
job with that. It's really well designed.
It's got some really nice
Yeah.
snap to it. Just easy to carry. Good grip on the scales, you know. I know not
It did-
everybody's taste to be all plain like that with the faux Barlow or the faux bolster, but
Did have a
Really good.
pocket clip as well.
yeah, they're just a easy and fun carry. Here's another pickup that I've been happy to get a hold of, and this was kind of inspired by the one that was it you, Patty, that showed? I think some kind of a golfing pattern. I'm not sure exactly what.
Oh, Judd.
Yeah, Judd showed it. That's right. So you have the little tool for your spikes, golf spikes. You can tighten and loosen. And then on this side, you have the divot tool to repair your divots.
Does
But
that
mainly,
little spike do as a wave feature?
I'm sorry.
Does that little spike tightener, does that do as a wave feature?
Wave feature.
Yeah, so you can get it out of your pocket and wave
Yeah,
it
you
open.
can hook the one end onto your pocket and open it one-handed.
Like an Emerson Wave.
Yeah, it kind of probably could, honestly.
Yeah,
Because there's no nail nick there. You just kind of
Yeah.
grab the tab and pull it. Yeah.
yeah, stick
Yeah.
that in your trousers. You've got an automatic weapon.
Sure. You're really going to hurt somebody with that.
I don't know. In the UK, that'd be considered dangerous.
And then you got the combi tool, kind of like the modern Victorinox have. This is Vanger's, conception of it. And I was just told today that the Fox version of the different multi-tools that they have is a very similar design to their combi tool. Just a little bit smaller blade on it. But
That
very
looks as
similar.
if it'd work well enough.
Yeah. And then you've got this, what I actually prefer, a little more body to the blade
Yeah.
than the Victorinox. A little more belly on these. So, yeah, this is like from the 90s, I want to say. And just a cool little pickup I got on eBay. I'm really happy with it. Scales
go
are in
bargain.
good shape. Yeah. You can see the little the woods crossed there on there. So, yeah. The Golf Pro. Oh, almost forgot. One last tool here on the bottom. So that little tool is used for cleaning the face of your club, clean the grooves out. So when you golf, not that I was ever good enough that it would matter, but if you're a good golfer, you can get spin on the ball and then kind of manipulate your shot a little bit.
That's correct.
But
Wow.
me, I just hit the ball and it goes some random place. That's kind of how I go.
I just hit it hard and it goes over there.
Yeah, some random location, and then about 10 shots later, I'm on the green.
There you go.
But there you go.
That's kind of like how my golf experience has
Yeah,
been too.
that's pretty much how I golf.
Okay, Joe, we'll go ahead and Zen has been dying, waiting for this. I think he wants just the show and tell from Joe show.
Yeah, I think
The rest of us can all go away.
he probably said "Tech, shut up" to himself about 5 times.
All right. Well, I got a new knife that I've never shown on camera before. It's been on my Instagram before. It's a French knife. I got this in July. I got to go to Paris. I'm pretty lucky in the fact that my in-laws are from the Black Forest and they live about 15 minutes away from the French border. And I get to go to France quite often. And every time I go, which is, at least once a year, sometimes a couple more, I always buy a knife while I'm there. I always go to a knife shop and I pick one out. And this is the most recent one that I got. It's called the Loki. Le Loki.
What a great name.
And it's a cool knife. It's based, the name comes from, it's inspired by the Marvel Universe. The maker said he took the shape of Loki's scepter in the Avengers movies, and that inspired him for the shape of the knife. I have looked at pictures of Loki's scepter on Google, and it does bear resemblance in the handle, and he did capture the general shape of the scepter, and it's just a really great looking knife, and it's got wonderful file work on the back.
Nice.
The wood is beech wood. It's dyed blue, and they say the beech wood is harvested from the forests in the Aubrac region. Now, if you know anything about Laguioles, if your Laguiole is considered legit to the French traditionalists, it has to be made in the Aubrac region. Laguiole is the name of a town in the Aubrac region, and the factory for the company that makes this knife, called Laguiole Village, is located in the town of Laguiole. So it doesn't get much more authentic as a French knife than this. And I'm really happy to have it in my collection. I'll show you the shop where I bought it at. They just have like a little sticker. I don't know. You guys want to look it up. Very tiny shop. They had mostly Laguioles. And I have quite a few Laguioles, and this time I said I don't want to get a Laguiole. So I ended up picking up this one.
That is one of the nicest I've seen. It is beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Love the blade.
Yeah, so you guys might have to take a break from this video and go Google, Avengers Loki's scepter and come back and tell me what you think. But that was the inspiration. That's what they say on their website. Here's the text that's on the box.
Half of the boys weren't around when the Avengers was a program.
I don't know how old the pattern is. I went to a shop and it was sitting in there, and I liked the knife before I knew any of the story behind it. And the story
I think John Steed would have loved that.
I think you're talking about the other Avengers, Patty. I remember that show.
Yeah.
Oh. Give you a shot of the file work again.
Beautiful.
I'm not a huge fan of file work. There's a lot of bad file work, but when file work is done right, it's amazing. And it's got amazing action. I mean, it just snaps open.
Beautiful.
Super strong. It's a big one.
I was going to say, what length is the handle? Because you have a big hand.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a thick, rounded ordeal, so it's just pure comfort. It's
5 inches long, is it?
I'm sorry?
Is that 5 inches long, the handle?
Yeah, maybe even a little over 5 inches.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
But yeah, so that's the latest knife to the French knife collection over here. I'm struggling to get it in frame. But yeah, there you go.
Are they as expensive as the Laguioles then?
They're right around the same price. I think this one was around 120 euro. I'll show you this card from Laguiole Village if you guys wanted to. I'm not gonna be able to do this. There's their information if you want to look them up. But they had beautiful knives. I mean, I handled several of them at that shop, and they were all top notch.
120 is really good for a knife like that.
Yeah, you can go to a French knife shop and leave with something with fantastic firework, with horn covers, everything for under 150.
Good God.
They go up. You can spend 2,000-3,000 euro as well.
Oh, that's a really reasonable price. I will be looking.
Yeah. Yeah, they have different covers. They have it in carbon fiber and stuff, and different woods. And this is just the one they had at the store. They only had 2 different examples. One was like an ebony wood with a pink accent, and yeah, I just like this one better.
Yeah, it's really nice.
So, should I show another, or are we moving on?
Yeah, let's get Zen his money's worth.
All right, I'll move to a fixed blade. I'll show my 2 fixed blades, and then we can move on. I'll show a fixed blade. It's not an expensive fixed blade. It's not a fancy fixed blade, but it's one that I carry a lot. It's a Spanish-made knife. It's made by a company called Muela.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys don't know about Muela, they make a lot of really cool traditional fixed blade knives. They've been around since the 1950s. They always come with really cool leather sheaths. This one had originally yellow stitching. It was breaking up a little bit, so I took it out and put the blue stitching in myself. But yeah, it's just a little knife. It's called the Colibri, which I guess is Spanish for hummingbird. It's an under 2 or under 3 inch little EDC fixed blade. You know, Germany has some pretty strict laws on which knives you're allowed to carry. I'm not allowed to carry any kind of modern, you know, flipper or anything with a lock, but they have pretty, you know, lenient laws on fixed blades. I can carry a fixed blade with a blade length of 12 centimeters, and this is well under that. I can carry something around the size of like a Mora Companion is like the border.
Yeah.
You know, you can carry a pretty good size fixed blade in Germany. So I have been carrying a lot more fixed blades, and I tend to go for the tiny ones, the teeny tiny ones. This is the one I've been carrying, the Muela, and I wanted to get a new one. And I was at the Solingen knife show a couple months ago, and one of the knives I wanted to pick up there was another small fixed blade that I can carry around and use with me every day at work. And I ended up getting this one.
Oh, look at that handle. Oh, mama.
Made by a company called Spira Knives. I'm going to put this down real quick, and I'll put his information in there. Yes, Spira Knives. I know he's on Instagram. He may be on Facebook as well. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's got curly birch handles, 1095 blade, thin, slicey. Nice little harpoon. I thought the knife was put together great. I looked at several that day. I came back to this guy's table, you know, at the end and finally picked it up. But the cool thing about this knife is the guy that made it is 24 years old. He's just started his knife making career, and his knife is the one that I liked. And I didn't find out he was 24 until after the fact. It was just I picked this knife. And yeah, I thought it was brilliant. Fits in my hand. I think that I can creep up here, put my hand on the harpoon.
Yeah.
Look. Comes in a little sheath. The Kydex sheath rubs the blade a little bit. That's a little downside. I plan on making a leather sheath for it, but for the time, I'm just letting it go. I have a little ulti clip. Keep it clipped in my pocket, and it's completely legal for me to walk around the streets of Munich with this knife in. So win-win.
Absolutely.
That boy has some future.
Yeah, check him out. He does mostly kitchen knives, but he did this run, I think, just for the show. I don't even know if he had a name for him or anything like that. He's got his little maker's mark on this side.
Yeah.
But really good work.
Looks like it. That's my kind of little pocket knife.
Yeah, it's small. It's non-threatening. You know, when I pull this out, no one's jumping. You know, holding their babies, and yeah, it does everything I need to do. I take it to work with me. It breaks down any box. It opens any package. It cuts through plastic straps just as good as any other knife that I can carry, and I really enjoy it. So little small fixed blades. I have a few more in there. I don't have it here to show you, but the Giant Mouse GMF1. I love that one as well. I love the sheath with it. But yeah, I've been carrying a little small fixed blade, and those are two that have been getting a lot of time.
That's awesome. Yeah, those are some really good looking knives.
And the Muela one, it's not expensive. I looked before I got on here, and the price has gone up. Used to be, this is in, I forgot to mention, this is just in Packawood. You can also get it in Stag, and they just recently came out with blue and black micarta that you can get this in. This used to be like a 30, 40 euro knife. Now it's a 50, 60 euro knife. But still affordable, still worth picking out.
Okay, Tom, you have a shameless plug?
Well, I sure do. I just want to remind everyone to join RJ's Regiment and also to visit RJ's Spring Store, where you can find all your official RJ's knives, water bottles, mugs, shirts, and hoodies. And you may be interested in going to American Buffalo Knife and Tool. There they have Roper knives and other equipment for on sale. And hey, that's not all. Oh yeah, use RJS code RJS to get 20% off. I messed it up, didn't I, RJ?
It's okay. It's okay.
Can we start over? Go to abkt.com where you can buy your Roper knives and other ABKT tools and knives. Use promo code RJS to receive a 20% discount. RJ also has an affiliate link with Sharper Edges, which includes brands such as Elk Ridge. And hey, Sharper Knives is running a special deal, 20% off site-wide. You get free free shipping over $50 until September 29th. A little bit of comedy here with your shameless plug, RJ, today.
That's much appreciated, Tom.
Sorry about that. And you can also purchase Schrade, Old Timer, Uncle Henry, and Imperial Knives in the UK at blades.co.uk. And I want to remind everybody to please join TK's Commando Club. And Slippy, and he's not on screen right now. He has a kind of runs a Discord. What do you call it? A channel? A Discord? What is it?
Server.
Discord server for all of us cutlery lovers. So when Slippy comes on, I'll have him put a link on how you can go to that Discord server.
It's called the Sanitarium.
A solitarium?
No, Sanitarium.
Sanitarium. Slippy Sanitarium. There you go. And I'll just do one little small plug for History Delights. Just spent all day yesterday out gathering up all kinds of information. I put out a video this morning on History Delights, and it talks about that, well, you might even call it a black eye on American history, where in 1862, 32 or 38 Dakota Indians were hung in Mankato, Minnesota, the largest execution in U.S. history. So be sure and check that out on History Delights.
Oh, I'll check out it. Yeah.
Very good, Tom. Thank you. All right. Well, since you mentioned Roper knives, I would be remiss, and Jeroen, I hope you're watching. I would be remiss in not having the Pecos make an appearance. Definitely one of my favorite Roper knives. Just been a while. I'm going to have to do another video on this one because it's been a little while since it's been on the channel. But one of my definite favorite, of the modern type knives. It's just really, really cool. I know he's been asking to see it for a while, so I'm glad that he's able to see it. Yep, I see his comment there. This is one of his favorites to see also. Very cool. Lots of manufacturers have made knives like this. I know Old Timer makes a copy of this knife. Case has one. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, you're welcome, B Shady. And then one of my old favorite modern knives. This one is a way back in the past. This is actually when I started kind of collecting knives again in the early 2000s. This is the Oh So Sweet from Kershaw, assisted knife, and just absolutely a fun knife. Have always enjoyed having this knife. It's just, I always love the shape of the blade, and I don't do assisted knives very much anymore, but I was into it at that time. I thought that was pretty cool, but I like this one. I saw
that was one of my first as well.
I'm sorry?
That was one of my first as well. I love the Oh So Sweet.
Oh yeah, it's such a great knife. It really is.
Simple but really good.
I saw in the comments where someone they were talking about sharp fingers, so I went and grabbed a sharp finger, custom Kydex made by CB Tactical, which is awesome. And then of course you get that beautiful Old Timer. Just the sharp finger is such a great knife. It really is one of my favorite fixed blades for sure. And then I grabbed its brother that I have, and this is the gut hook version. and this is older knife from the 90s. Is when I got this one. But yeah, these are just excellent knives, and they are definitely worth their weight in gold. But a new one that just came to me this week, CB Tactical sent to me this Bark River, and this is just a sweet little knife. I love how small it is, how handy it is, the jimping on top. Definitely a review coming of this one, but it is definitely a new favorite, this Bark River. So thank you, CB Tactical, for all your contributions to the channel and everything else. I'll let somebody else go.
RJ.
Yes,
RJ,
sir.
it's a White River.
White River?
It's a White River.
You're right. It is a White River. Wow. I thought it was a Bark River. Well, hey, what do I know? I'm just
No harm, no foul.
It's okay. Yep, sharp fingers are the biz. That's for sure. I don't have that Benchmade Narrows, Dave. That was a pass around knife. That was one of the ones that came from the pass around group. So I've already sent that on. So that was one that I got to have for about a week or so, and then do it. You want to see the sharp fist? Okay, we can do that, Jerome. Hold on. Zen wore his sharp finger to a knife hootenanny, and it was a genuine hit for sure. All right, let me go run and get that. Does anybody else want to show knives while I'm out? There we go. We'll get John up here full screen, and I'll duck out for a second.
Well, here's my favorite fixed blade. We got
that's a good one.
Book 119. What do you think of that one, Tommy?
I love it, and you did an excellent job on your review of that knife. I commend you, sir.
Yeah, it's beautifully made. Aluminum pommel, micarta in between, and phenolic handle. This is the standard version. Got the fuller, saber grind, hollow. Look at that hollow finish. And the beautiful edge on this one. How's the edge on yours there, Tommy? Pretty good? They did a good job?
Yep, they did a pretty good job on mine.
I'm happy with mine.
Yep.
And just an absolute classic.
They seem to be very well balanced. They're, they fit good in the hand.
I really do.
They do have some small, what I'm trying to say here, finger grooves, but they're very
mild.
slight. They're very slight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can get your finger all the way to the forward position like that.
You can. Yep.
That to me makes it worth it. And I can also get up to the choil here if I want. Or just use it like this. Kind of use the hilt as a stop, so it's not sliding back. Just a great knife. Loving it. It really is.
They are beautiful looking. You see the choil? Was that put there originally so that if you stuck it in something, you could put your finger around to pull it out?
That's a good question. I think with this the back portion of that hilt, your hand can kind of move back on that and kind of grip it, but you could just kind of wrap your finger around and yank it out of something like that.
I don't know whether I've heard that or it's just something that's in my brain.
Yeah, it's a good thought. That fuller obviously make the spine a little little stronger. That's some kind of a physics thing that I don't quite 100% understand. Taking out more to make it stronger, but all right. Has to do with the geometry. Excuse me, the geometry of it, I assume.
It's the same as a girder.
A girder? What'd you say?
Yeah, an iron that you'd put across a divide to strengthen it like a window. A window
yeah.
frame, they're
Yeah.
T-shaped, and that's basically the same thing. The center's taken out, and they've got the two flat bits on top, and it makes it stronger.
Yeah, okay. So now we're into civil engineering expertise, and we've begun to go beyond our scope.
Well,
But
when
yeah, I'm
you
really happy with
started
that.
talking about physics, we went beyond our scope.
Yeah, long ago.
You're getting to be quite the Buck fanboy there, John.
I know. I might have to buy a T-shirt.
Now you need to get the Buck 117.
Oh, is that the Brahma? Okay, not
Yeah.
the 102. Huh? I was thinking about the 102. Is that?
Well, either one. Get them both.
You get both. All right.
Yeah, that's always the collector's answer.
Of course.
Yeah, can't decide, just buy everything.
Okay, so let me pull
There
myself
you go.
up
I'll
here,
go.
and I'll get right back to you, Patty. We had a request from Jeroen. He says if you show the sharp finger, if that doesn't do it, then you got to show the sharp fist. Yeah. So yeah, if this won't get it done, just back it up with this guy right here.
Can we see you scratch your head with it on?
Okay. Good enough.
Yeah, good enough.
All right.
Who dreamed
I'd
of
follow
that?
up
Patty,
just a
can you
second.
get me some Band-Aids?
What North Star said there, he says the fuller pushes forces to the sides.
There
So
you
it
go.
acts like a bridge. So yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go. Big J's called it. You're a buckaroo now, John. You're a buckaroo.
I guess that would act like a key or a keystone, right? Where you put the keystone at the top and it pushes the forces to the either side
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
in arch bridges and so forth. Yeah.
All right. Did you have something to show there, Stephen?
I have indeed. I don't know
Okay.
whether Joe has seen any of these yet. These are the new sort of slip joints that are all the craze at the minute. And this is a Rosecraft blade. This is a stunning example of a modern day or a modern made slip joint. It's pin construction, which I like anyway. It has beautifully dyed bone. Now, they've had about 4 or 5 of these colored ones out, and the bone dyeing has been excellent. It's got really beautiful, rich dyeing. And this is the smallest one that they've come out with so far. And I just think it's one of the prettiest little box cutters or work knife that you can just take it small in the pocket. It is beautiful in the hand. I can have a large hand. I can get 4 fingers on it using the forward joiler. Absolutely love this little knife. I've been obsessed with it. I think I've carried this more in the last 2 weeks than anything else. Lovely little knife. D2 steel on it. And they're running anywhere. The Rosecraft slip joints are running anywhere from the mid 40s up to £60, but you're getting D2 steel, superb walk and talk on them. Just really, really well made knives. Look at that back spring. Isn't that beautiful? I just think they're excellent value. And for a new knife, I'm going to go with my new Hinderer, which again, I absolutely love it. I've wanted one of these for ages. I've got the slip joint Hinderer. This is a 3.5. This is just an absolute beast of a big knife. Now, I'm saying beast, but it's very light in the hand. But it's not over thick, but you've got a poker there that you're not going to bend, or you can do plenty of prying with this. This is an S35 VN, and I'll have to say, on using it, it must be really well treated. I'll have to say, I'm getting great edge retention out of it, and I've had it down the woods everywhere. Just enjoying it even in the house. I took it down and broke up a big pile of cardboard boxes, and it's not that thick that it can't go through cardboard. I had no problems getting it through cardboard whatsoever. Even the thicker cardboard, it doesn't jam up. But it's got that slicer grind, which is really good, because as you slice down, the blade is getting thinner. Can you see that? And that's the Hinderer slicer grind. And I think it's one of the best grinds, because you slice down that way and it's getting thinner towards the end where it would get stuck normally. So I really do enjoy that. Super, super knife. And I'm going to go to one last one, which is my new fixed blade. And I'm Now, originally I was saying I used these Brother knives. These were great bushcraft knives. Honestly, absolutely super. My Carta 440C. Was it 440C? Yeah, this one's 440C. Some of them have D2 if you wanted that. But I just loved this one. It was a great knife. And 2 weeks ago, I said I'd be quite happy carrying that. And then this little puppy came up on the on Slip Joints Sanitarium. And I ended up getting this one, which is the Bark River Bravo 1. I love this knife. This is just an absolutely beautiful. Look at that knife. I adore it. Just a stunning knife. It's got the full convex grind on it. My gosh, I haven't got out to play with it yet. That's the sad thing. I need to get this out and get a bit of wood around it and see how it goes. But so far, the balance of this knife is just superb. Super knife. And this is a hand-me-down to my kids. I don't need another one now at all. This will do me definitely to my dying day. It's absolutely perfect. And the sheath, the leather work on the sheath, just look at that burnishing around there. It is stunning. I love it. Really nice. So there you go. That's the last of my lot. Oh, sorry, one more.
Okay.
I've done the new knife was a hinder. Here's one of my old ones. This is the Ganzo. This is the Looky Likey. The PM2, but it's not a PM2. It's labeled as a Ganzo, and it's got a different locking mechanism, and it's also shorter than the PM2, but shorter in the handle only, which makes it more comfortable than the PM2, in my opinion. I just love it. I've had this from, I think, about the third or fourth week that I started my channel. I just love it. It's never gone anywhere. It's adorable. Really lovely knife to use. 440C. It'll do me all day, every day. So, yeah, I have to say I really love it. And it's now got an action to die for. So there you go. That's me finished.
So would you say that they should have named that the Ganzo PM 1.87?
That would do lovely, yeah. I honestly, you see, as far as holding it and using it, it is so much more comfortable. I never find the PM2 comfortable for long use, but that is definitely much more comfortable.
Tommy, I won't bring you up until you unmute yourself.
I was waiting for you to bring me up. Beam me up, Scotty.
Okay, here we go.
Well, for my old knife, old favorite knife, for a folding knife, got to go with this Buck 112 Ranger. It's a 2-dot. It was handed down to me from my father-in-law, and I sent it in for the Buck Spa treatment here several years ago, and it's just a gorgeous knife. He used this a lot, and yet it's still in pretty good condition. And the brass has aged real well on it.
Yeah, great patina.
Yep. So you notice on the older Buck 112s, there's no nail nick in the blade. So that's my old one. Now sticking with the Ranger, my new favorite, because it's new. Your last knife's always your favorite one, right? The one you just got. This is my Buck 113 Ranger Skinner, and I got it with the blue wood on it.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah, that thing
Love
looks
that
great.
blue wood. Looks good.
Yeah, I really love the blue wood.
That would be a nice fixed blade to go with Joe's new knife as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, that was from the custom shop. They put the blue handles on there. There's no extra charge for the blue handles, but I did spend a little extra money, and I did get the distressed brown leather sheath for it.
Very cool.
Really nice.
Yep.
Proudly made in the USA.
Yeah, a lot of their sheaths are made in Mexico, but on some of their models, they do make them here in the U.S., which is fantastic. So there's my input for the day.
Okay.
Could you do me a favor, Tommy?
Yes.
I want sent away for the $10 spa treatment.
What's that?
I need sent away for the $10 spa treatment.
Oh, okay. I'll send you there.
All right. Just need a bigger box, I think.
Well,
We'll send you.
Tom was ready to send you back to hair and makeup last week, so.
Oh man.
Oh well, I got a couple more I can show.
I got one left as well, RJ.
Very good.
That's modern to talk about.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, for new slip joints that are new favorites, definitely this Boker Club, this SMKW exclusive with the copper bolsters and the micarta burlap 01 tool steel has been stonewashed. Just what a great little knife. I mean, just so thin. I really like these. In fact, I really am thinking I might get another one. So I have one that I can keep nice and one I can use because they're just that good. It's yes. Jerome says just a little polish and John will be as new. I think that polish would be case paste. I don't know. Hint, hint. But then another old favorite fixed blade. I had to show a big one. This is a Cold Steel SRK, and this is one of the old ones. This is in their carbon 5 steel. It has came in a leather sheath. So this is definitely one of the old ones, but definitely a good one. I like that. Oh, you want the Pecos, Jerome? Well, we'll talk offline. We'll see what we can do. So there you go. There's a couple new and old ones from me, and then we'll see what you have there, Joe.
All right, for the modern, it's a knife that I didn't like at first, and now I love it. I think the last time I was on here, I said I would prefer the PM2 over the PM3, but I really like the PM3 now. I got this in a trade a while ago with a guy named Lars. He's a local guy. Lived about 45 minutes outside of Munich. He really liked this knife, but he just wanted to check out some other knives, and he wanted some of my knives, and I really wasn't even looking to trade, but he offered me this one, and I was like, all right, I'll check out the PM3. Everyone's talking about it. I put it in my pocket. The first day at work, I think that wire clip got caught on two things. The pocket, the whole knife flew out, and I was like, man, this thing is just junk. It's too small. It's falling out of my pocket. I didn't like it. I put it in the drawer. A couple months later, the same guy wants to trade knives again. I asked him if he missed his pair of 3. He said, yes, I traded it back to him. And then, a couple months later, we did another trade, and he said, you want to check out that pair of 3 again? I said, all right, give it to me again. So this time I got a new clip for it. Put it in my pocket, really tried it out, and I have to say, it's just brilliant. I mean, I don't know why I didn't see it before, but it's super smooth, super easy to open. It feels great in my hand. I mean, this is just the base model, the FRN. Nothing fancy. It's just the BD1N steel. But I don't care about the steel. I know how to sharpen my knives, so it's all good. But as just far as the action and everything, this, I find myself reaching for this knife before the workday more than any other knife. So yeah, I just want to say publicly that I love the pair of 3 now. So
okay.
There's that. And then the new one, it's a gift I got. I met my friend Mark, Dutch Knife Guy in Hamburg last month. We were both bored. We said, let's just meet up somewhere. So we kind of picked somewhere in the middle and we met up. And he ended up giving me a QSP. He used to work for QSP. He was the European representative. And he still has a few QSPs, and he gave me one as a gift. This one's the Woodpecker. This is one of QSP's, higher end offerings. Full titanium. It's got M390. This one has the wave feature. When he offered it to me, he said I could have one with either the wave or the newer one that they took the wave off. And I said, give me the wave. I said, that thing is cool. And yeah, so it's really well done. Really nice detail work. I really like the back spacer. Smooth as butter. I mean, no complaints. So yeah, I've been putting this in my pocket, giving it a whirl, and I really like it. I mean, it's super thin, super slicey. I like the blade. A little bit different than your just average drop point. I like the black accents in it. I think it's going to chip and scratch and look really cool in a little bit. And yeah. So cool new knife. It came, with all the bells and whistles.
Nice.
I really like it.
Yeah, I like QSP knives a lot. David, who is QSP USA, runs the Apex group that I'm part of. So we get to handle a lot of the QSP knives, and I'm really impressed by everything I've ever got to check out.
Yeah, I got to handle a lot of them just by being friends with Mark, and every single one of them was top notch. And he also gave me, I think it's called the Penguin, the one with the little sheep's foot blade.
Right.
That thing is awesome. The thing's like $30.
Right.
I mean, how can you complain?
And you can get them. The Penguin itself, I think they have like 25 different models. You can get it in different steels, different cover materials. Yeah, it's.
They have a slip joint now too.
Yeah, and they just came out with the slip joint.
Yeah, the Chinese market's crammed. I mean, QSP is just one of many options for people. But every QSP I've ever held has been great.
Absolutely. I would agree with that 100%. Okay, Tom, you got something there?
Yeah, unless Slippy had some. Well, okay. So something old. Here's my old fixed blade as opposed to my new fixed blade. This one's about 50 years old. I got this when I was a teenager. And this is a...
Jesus wept.
This is an Edge brand out of Sologen. And of course, Sologen had made a lot of these stag handled knives, various makers for the US market. This is a model 461. Comes with this fancy sheath. So pretty neat. Old knife brings back a lot of memories. Out doing a lot of stupid stuff in the woods with this thing, but
oh yeah,
I survived. The knife survived. So there's my old fixed blade, and my new slip joint is this Buck 701 Bronco.
Ooh.
This is from 1999.
That's in good shape, sir.
Yeah, this is a new old stock. So,
No
yeah,
need to polish it, huh?
I need to polish it. It's not quite shiny enough, is it, Patty?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just a waste of elbow grease.
Jesus.
You're just jealous, Patty.
I am.
But no, I've got my 700 series complete, and I'll have a couple more videos out on the 700 series. So I said at the beginning of this year, I really wanted to, get back to my Buck collection, and other than getting distracted with those stupid Case Ictus knives, and I blame Case for addicting me to that shield, but I'm back on track again. I've gained my sanity back again. So, yeah, the 701 Bronco.
That's the thing with starting a collection, though. Once you started one, every time they bring out an Ictus knife, you're going to have to buy it now.
Yeah, there's no debating it. It's just there it is.
Right.
And that's why I tried desperately not to have two knives the same, because I keep wanting to make sections of them.
You've caught the John.
Stephen. Sharp as a razor.
That's the custom.
Yeah, this is
the Stanley Stephen.
Right. Just send $3 and a money order to Stephen, and he'll send you one of these right away.
Wow.
Stephen helps you do things right. But there's my real old. This is a gift from Randy WSG.
Nice.
And For those that
Oh,
don't
he
know.
must like you. You would have seen that crap one he sent me.
No, nobody wants to see that. They want to see this. The Wasteland
joking,
Survival
Randy.
Guide. Go ahead. Go ahead, Patty. Go ahead and just interfere with my entire speech.
I didn't say anything. It was Slippy.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, Randy, thank you very much, Randy. I will be doing a review on this one. This is the 80T, American-made one. I know Ray is very fond of a knife like this. And so now that I have one of these, Ray, I'll be looking for one for you. And maybe that'll be a gift in the future for Ray. So if you're still holding out on a really good 80T, Ray, just hang on. Maybe one will be coming your way some sooner than later. But yeah, great blade action on this. They're a little scuffed up, you know. It's been used, but Randy did a really good video on it where he cleaned up the scales. They were kind of white and pasty, and put some mineral oil on it, a la Tom, the great knife restorer polisher paste man. And he was able to do a really good job of getting all the rust out of the interior part of it, getting the handles cleaned up. And I've put some razor sharp edges on these 1095 blades. So we can just kind of take a look at just why people are so fond of carbon steel.
It also helps when it's on the best knife ever made.
I mean, it's just a little razor now. So
yeah.
Awesome blades. Love the knife. Thank you very much, Randy. This will be a treasured part of my collection.
Very cool, John.
I would just say Randy sent me a lovely knife. And it's an old knife, and he gave it to me to repair. And I still haven't got round to it yet, but I love the knife he sent me.
Well, he was going to send you that bat knife, right?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm going to send you this one.
Try to resist.
I think Stephen wants you to put that money towards your next new knife purchase instead.
Okay. All right.
But that's a good one. All right. Well, guys, I guess we're out of knives. Did we have something else we wanted to talk about, or?
Well, was Judd missing this week, Patty? Oh yeah, he's out of town.
He
went on holiday and left me.
Yeah.
Left me to do a podcast by myself, which I
screwed up.
You know, I am very proud of you, Stephen, for persevering. He did his very best, guys. If you watch that, he had struggles, he had Wi-Fi problems, he had all kinds of things, but you know, he soldiered on, and I'm proud of you, Stephen.
I even read the talk box while I was blooming talking.
I know. I was amazed.
You
and I've sorted my Wi-Fi problem out eventually. I've now moved the what is it called, the hub? I've moved the hub into my knife room, but it still works everywhere else in the house. But I get full bars in here now, so it should have no more problems.
That's awesome. Yeah, you did well, Stephen. I always like to praise you when you go out of your comfort zone, because you definitely were not in your comfort zone during that live stream. But you
Can I just say this is the first time he's praised me?
Are you enjoying it?
Might be the
last. Well, I was going to praise you too, but since RJ did such a great job, I'll just leave it.
I was that flustered I couldn't even tell who was in the talk box.
We were there for the first two drops, and then after that, we said the hell with you.
Oh, thank you, El Phoenix, for reminding me. He's not
even lying.
I wanted to give you guys, if you have not subscribed to Mark Kaufman's channel, he's just right on the cusp of breaking 5,000 subs. So if you haven't done that, please go over to his channel and give him a sub, and that would be awesome. I know he'd appreciate it. That he is definitely a treasured part of our community, especially if you're into the Victorinox and Wenger knives. He does a great job with those, and all kinds of modern knives and stuff as well. But yeah, really good. And yes, we need to sub to Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. He's got a great channel. He's a newer channel that just started up here recently, so we'll do that. So thank you for that, Ray, for getting us a reminder on that one. So I get so many things going through my head, it's sometimes hard to keep it all straight on this show. But
Terry is definitely the new John Wayne of the knife community.
Who's that?
Terry.
Oh, Terry. Yes.
The John Wayne of the knife community. I love his accent.
It is awesome. Okay. Well, anything else? Shall we call it?
Yeah, it was nice to see Joe back on again.
I guess we've gone ahead and done it, guys. We've finished up for another one. Jess is firing up the grill, so yeah, we'll be back next week. Thank you guys for, like I said, being here for 52 weeks and putting up with the panel. We appreciate all you guys coming to see us every week, week in and week out. And I thank all you guys for joining. Thank you, Joe, especially for joining us. It's always a pleasure when you're on. So definitely we'll have to have you back again. Because
real quick, I just want to say I've re-put up some videos on the Messer HQ channel. So if you guys wanted to check out some videos, there's a few up there. I'm working on getting more up. It's just time consuming.
Yep.
Awesome.
We appreciate it, Joe.
There's content there.
Way to go. Yeah, definitely. If you guys haven't checked out Joe's channel, Messer HQ, it was such a wonderful channel, a real font of knowledge. I just really enjoy the knives that he shows on there. So yeah, definitely check out his channel, because you'll see stuff that you don't see every day around here. That's for sure.
It's like an intelligent version of Paddy.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably true.
I wouldn't go
that far.
What is?
All
right.
Thank
you guys very much. It was a fun chat.
Good to see you again, Joe.
You're welcome, Joe.
Steven, Matt.
Take care, everybody.
Yep.
Have a good day.
See you all next week for another episode of RJ's Lives. Join us. Start on the new year already. So let's do that. We'll see you all next week. Take it easy, guys.
Take care, night. Bye-bye.